What's up guys, I'm Jeong. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you a follow along stretching routine that you can do in daily basis in order to make yourself more flexible in your hamstrings area. So this video is going to be suitable for all different levels, including the beginners, and it's going to be very easy to follow along. Okay, so let's get straight into the video. So the first thing I want you to do is test the range of motion for today. So your range of motion is going to feel different on daily basis, and I actually did a lot of hiking yesterday, so my calves are really sore, so I'm not going to be as flexible as normal, but let's see. So for this one, you want to get your feet together like so, and then I'm going to stick my butt out, so, and then try to arch my lower back as much as I can. So I'm getting into an anterior pelvic tilt, and then try to keep my chest as flat as possible. Then from here I'm just going to lean forward as much as I can go without forcing too much. And see how much you can reach for today. So I'm not gonna round my back like this. This is gonna be a very common mistake to do. So like rounding your back like that. So just wanna keep your back flat. Keep your lower back as flat as possible, or arch your back and lean forward. So this is about as far as you can go for today without any warming up. And then we're gonna try to compare our range of motion before the workout and then after the workout. So it'll be interesting to see how far you can improve within like 5 minutes or so. So the first thing we're gonna do is the butt kick. So from where you're at, just try to kick your butt as high as you can. So it's gonna be a sort of a dynamic stretching, I guess, to loosen up your hamstrings. And then in this video, I'm not really gonna give you any rep schemes. I'm not gonna tell you like you should do 20 reps, you should do 30 reps. But I'm just gonna keep going until I feel pretty good. So it's going to be different for all of you as well. So I want you to just keep going until you feel quite loose, and then feel pretty good now. So I'm going to do high knees. Get your knees as high as you can. Just kicking up. Up. So this isn't really hamstring stretch, but it's more of a hip loosening kicks, so that we can be prepared for the more of a forward bending at the end. Okay, just keep kicking. Yeah, feel good now. And then the next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna try to kick your hands with straight legs. And so I'm gonna have my hands out like this, and then kick as high as you can without bending my legs. So for this one, I don't want you to get hunched over like this. So once you get chest tall, keep your core engaged, hands out forward. Then kick as high as you can. Kick, kick. And then if you can't kick your hands, that's alright. You can have your hands a little bit lower if you're a little bit tighter, and then just try to kick your shin like so. Remember, this is going to be a straight leg exercise. Just keep going. You can try to exhale while kicking. Okay, feel pretty good now. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna bend my legs this time slightly, and then keep my legs about hip width apart, so my legs are not together anymore, so they're slightly spread apart in a hip width. And then from here I'm just gonna lean forward like last time, keeping my back chest tall, lower back is anterior pelvic tilt. And then from here I'm just gonna do bounces, so pulsing down and up. So for this one too, I'm not going to hunch my upper back like this. So I'm really going to focus on my hamstrings. So my legs are slightly bent to make it a little bit easy. Just little pulses down and up until you feel pretty good. Look, I'm sweating so much because it's so hot outside. Whew. Yeah, keep going. And also your body is gonna feel a lot more loose if you're in a hotter area. So like if you're watching this in Korea, where it's like negative 20 degrees right now, you're gonna take a lot longer time to get warmed up. So I feel pretty good, so we're gonna move on. So for this one, I'm gonna start out with the same. So legs hip width apart, both of my legs bent. But this time, as I'm pulsing, I'm gonna try to straighten one knee at a time. So left and right while pulsing. So it's gonna be a little bit harder than the last time. And then remember, you don't have to extend fully out if you can't do it. If your hamstrings are a little bit tight, it's okay to just straighten out just a little bit. But it's important to keep your back flat at all times. Just keep going. Yeah, and I feel pretty good. And it's time to move on to calf stretch. So if your calves are really tight, that could lead up to tighter hamstring as well. So we're gonna try to loosen up my calves. So I'll get into a down dog. So keeping my legs and arms straight, my butt up. From here, I'm gonna try to get my heels down, one leg at a time. Just keep bouncing left and right. So I'm trying. It might be hard to tell because I'm on the grass, but I'm trying to keep my heels all the way down to the ground. One at a time, one leg at a time, left and right. Feeling some stretch. And then once you feel pretty loose, I'm gonna stay in one position. So my left heel is down on the ground right now. So I'm gonna try to hold here for about 7 seconds or so, and then switch my right leg. And switch. And then I feel pretty good now. And then it's time to move on again to our hamstrings. This time, so again, my legs are slightly bent, and then they're also about hip width apart. From here, I'm gonna bend over first, keep my chest tall again, and then keep lower back anterior pelvic tilt. And then here, I'm gonna actually try to extend my legs out and in. So both at the same time this time. It's gonna be a little bit harder to do. So for the theme for today is we're not gonna hunch our back. We'll try to keep your back as flat as possible. Here, extend, bend, extend, bend. Just keep going. And then as I feel getting looser and looser, I feel like my stomach is sinking lower and lower, which is a good sign. And then we'll relax. Then we'll do one more calf stretch, same thing. Let's get into a down dog position. And then try to extend one leg at a time. So it's gonna get a little bit more intense from now on. So for next one, I'm gonna get my one leg out, my right leg is forward, and then I'm gonna try to keep both of my legs straight. Then from here, I'm gonna lean forward, and then imagine when you do this for the first time, a lot of people try to get either their arms or their head to go sink down first, like that, and then they ended up having the rounded back. But I like to keep myself having my stomach closer to my thigh. So get your stomach as close to your thigh as possible, and then once you feel decent enough stretch, and then do some pulses down and up. Since one of my legs is more forward than the other, it's actually a little bit more intense than last time. And then make sure both of our quads are engaged, so that your legs are making sure that your legs are just completely straight. Okay, let's do the left side this time. Slowly lean forward, and then stomach to your thigh. And I feel pretty good. Okay, so for next one, it's gonna be the kneeling Achilles stretch. So I'm gonna bend one of my legs down, and then make sure my knees and toes are facing the same direction. And then from here, I'm actually gonna push my knees forward while keeping my heel down on the ground. I'm actually gonna make this a little bit more intense by pushing it with my hands and my chest at the same time. And make sure your heels are all the way down. Now you're gonna feel the back of your heel all the way up to your Achilles, maybe a bit of your calves as well. And do little pulses as well, forward and backwards. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm gonna bend my right leg and then push forward and backwards. And we're good. Whew. And then the next one is gonna be the good morning. So I'm gonna start with my legs pretty wide, definitely wider than my legs, wider than my hips. And then from here, I'm gonna have my hands behind my head, keep my legs completely engaged, so make sure their legs are straight. And then I'm gonna bend forward as much as I can, all the way down, then slowly come up. Now, change the width of my legs, go a little bit narrower, all the way down, all the way up. So for this one too, I'm keeping my back completely flat, so don't forget about that. So for every rep, I'm getting my legs a little bit closer together. And then I'm gonna go wider now, all the way down, all the way up. And then after a few of these reps, once you feel quite good, I'm actually gonna hold the position at the bottom and then just sway left and right. I'm gonna actually touch my elbows this time. And then sway left and right. My legs are still pretty straight. Sway till you feel quite loose. And then you can just slowly come up. And that's it. That's it for the routine. I don't know how long it took. I have to check my footage after I shot this video, but it's definitely going to take less than 10 minutes probably if you do it on your own without all the explanations. And then last but not least, it's time to check our new range of motion. So I'm going to check if my range is improved or not, but I do feel pretty good, so I have a good feeling about this. So first, with this one, get your legs completely straight, and then my legs are together. I'm going to keep my hips anterior pelvic tilted. I'm going to have my hands behind my head, or actually I'm just going to have it between my sides, and then just lean forward as much as I can. We're back flat. Oh, I definitely feel like I'm going way lower. Yeah, I think I was about here last time, just like 5-10 minutes ago, and then I feel so much looser. And then, yeah, my thighs and my stomach are actually touching together, which is a good sign. Then I just hold this position. It feels pretty good. About 30 seconds or so. You can do a little bit of pulses as well. Then just slowly come up. And that's it for today's routine. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. And let me know in the comment section below if you like this kind of follow along video. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Let me know what you want to see in my next. And like always, thanks for watching, and catch you all in my next video. Peace out. Bye.